Welcome guys to another call for the SEOmethod.com. David Jennings here, and I'm actually very privileged and lucky to be joined by one of the leaders in the SEO world. I suppose you'd say he's one of the main guys behind a lot of what Ed Dale's SEO lab, or his lab that he calls it, does a lot of testing for Ed, and really is I suppose very much an expert in his own right as well. So very excited about this call and want to welcome you to the line. Rob, are you there?
Indeed, David. It's a pleasure to be with you, and welcome to all your listeners.
Fantastic. We'll jump straight into it because I pretty much don't like to muck around. My first question straight off the bat is to just find out a little bit about, if you're about to launch a new site, what's the process that you go through for launching a new site, if you have stages, or how you systematize it, or what the plan is that you use for promoting your site, and hopefully draw some sort of parallels to the way the SEO method works, because I know a lot of what you do, it's just based in those good solid fundamentals for SEO, and that's sort of across the board. So I'm sure our plans will be quite similar. So you've got a new site. What do you do?
Well, I take it you sort of, that's a very big question you're asking, a promotion plan for a new site, because there's so many different focuses for what that new site might be targeted towards. But I assume you want me to sort of make reference to what I represent, which is indeed the 30-day challenge. And in the 30-day challenge, we're about testing niches. We teach people how to get started on the internet. So how to break into a brand new niche for the first time. And that's what we teach. So why don't we talk about it in relation to that? And then if you've got some other sort of niche targeting sort of areas that you want to talk about, then perhaps I can offer my opinion about that.
Yep, that sounds good. If we can try and really focus it in as well to the actual promotion side of things, because the 30-day challenge goes through so much stuff, and it's fantastic for anyone who's sort of getting started, because it goes right from building all the way through. And I'm really interested to hear sort of the nuts and bolts of the actual promotion side of things.
Yeah, indeed. Although it would be remiss of me not to actually make some mention of keyword and market research.
Yep.
Because if you don't have that under control, if you don't absolutely know the dynamics of the niche or market that you're entering into, then your promotion strategies can be way off the ball. In the sense that if you're going to be targeting a very competitive niche, then you need to apply a different marketing strategy, or certainly a more aggressive marketing strategy or promotion strategy, than if you're targeting a rather non-competitive niche. Yeah. So in the 30-day challenge, we teach that principle, and we use Market Samurai. I don't know whether you've been mentioning that software to your listeners, to assist in sort of getting your head around the dynamics of your niche or market, so you know the level of competition you're going to be facing, but also the quality of competition that you're going to be facing. I guess right from the outset, the type of website that you develop may or may not assist you in your ultimate promotion. Now, in the 30-day challenge, we recommend blogs.
Yep.
And specifically, we recommend WordPress blogs, because we believe that across the sort of breadth of functionality that you need, but also in terms of the ease of installation, the ease of maintenance, the ease of publishing, a WordPress blog represents the most efficient website structure to get something online targeted to a specific set of niche keywords, and where the actual blog structure itself, the website structure, assists you ultimately in your promotion. So, having the right website, or having a website system that assists you in your promotion can benefit you in terms of your long-term promotion for your site.
Do you have any plugins for that, for WordPress, that you sort of think are definitely must-haves? Obviously, the all-in-one SEO, which my guys are familiar with. Are there any other plugins that you sort of feel are helpful?
Look, we do. We have tried to make this easier for our community by utilizing a service called WordPress Direct, which makes it very easy for people to install a WordPress blog with all the plugins that we suggest.
Very cool.
The main thing about a WordPress blog, though, of course, is that if you set up the naming structure of the blog correctly, so that the category and the posts keyword relevant, so that you're actually getting your keywords into your URLs of your pages, and properly setting up the pinging function of the blog, so that every time you make a new post, all of the various search engines are pinged by the blog itself, and therefore you attract the spiders to your new content, are all critical. Yes, things like the SEO, all-in-one SEO plugin, very useful. There's a fantastic Google Analytics plugin for making it very easy to track what's going on with your blog. We use a plugin called PrettyLink, which makes it easy to create masked and tracked redirection URLs to promote, affiliate products or whatever off your domain. But yeah, we try and simplify that by using WordPress Direct, or having our community use WordPress Direct to make that very easy.
So once they've set up the blog and they've used, set up a WordPress blog, and they've done the appropriate keyword research and they're starting to load some content into the site, and they're doing all the things that they know as far as optimizing that article with appropriate titles and optimize throughout the article. Then from a promotional point of view, what sort of, where do you go from there?
Okay, I see it as a 3-phase process. And the first phase is to get that initial attention on your new content. Now, of course, 2 things here. One is that the blog will be hosted on a domain. We preferably suggest that people put their blogs onto a primary domain, where the primary domain name includes or is the main theme keyword that you're trying to target.
Yeah.
And that primary homepage, or the domain page, is very important because probably 50-60% of your links over the longer term will point to that page. So that page itself has to have a promotion strategy, which might be a little different to the promotion strategy for individual posts that you have on that blog. But let's say, for instance, we've got our blog. It's got a single article on there, and that first article is optimized for your main keyword, the keyword that you want to target because it has the best traffic potential relative to the competition within your niche. Okay. So having published that, it's now online. First thing we suggest that people do is to do the sort of low level but high leverage activities that get initial attention onto that blog, and that includes social bookmarking, of course. Yep. Submission of the RSS feed of your blog to various RSS directories and aggregators. Directory submission, and search engine submission. Now, in the past, that's been largely manual. That work was largely manual. There were services like socialmarker.com to make it a little bit easier to do the social bookmarking. And in previous years, we suggested that people use only Wire, but we haven't done so for the last couple of years. That declined in its value. But this year we have into the 30-day challenge, we've integrated a service called trafficbug.com. And Trafficbug automates that process of social bookmarking, RSS submission, directory submission, and search engine submission. Now, this is not going to get you, it's going to get you some links over time, but those links are going to be relatively low value. I mean, the link juice, the authority value of the links that you'll get from this Trafficbug submission is fairly low. But what it will do is it get your new content or your new domain noticed and hopefully indexed as quickly as possible.